Marvel and DC to reportedly reprint crossovers for the first time in decades, including Amalgam Comics and JLA Avengers. There's quite a bit of fluff here, so I'm going to just drift down to what Barry Kitson had to say about this. Hey, look, there's Stabby Batman. You remember Stabby Finger Batman, all the sharp and pointy stuff from the 90s? Why don't you let us know how you feel about that sharp and pointy stuff, huh? Barry Kitson took to Facebook to say this. Marvel and DC are collaborating on reprinting many of the Amalgam titles, including Magneto and the Magnetic Men, and the crossover events, including Batman Punisher, those books. To this end, they have asked for any extras they can include in the new versions. I don't have too many originals left, but if anyone on the group have any of the original pages and are willing to share, please let me know. That's right. So Barry's trying to collect some original pages, perhaps, that you guys may have purchased over the years, and whatever happened during those Amalgam things that are related to his projects. And if you're in his private Facebook group, please feel free to send those to him. It would help with what his mission is. Leading by example, to close out on his request, Kitson ultimately concluded his post by announcing, in the meantime, one of the things I did uncover are these unused cover thumbnails for Batman Punisher. Hope you enjoy seeing them here first. And he posted them to the group. And this is what they look like. Apparently they were going for something more edgy, I guess, if you can get more edgy than that cover up above there with the gun blasts and the stabby Batman. But it looks like Batman's carrying a guy in this one, or a woman perhaps, and then he's kind of like jumping through the Punisher logo on this other one. Kind of interesting. While neither Marvel nor DC have officially announced these reprints, and thus which specific series are receiving new editions, the fact that these publishers reached out to Kitson for extra materials related to both their Amalgam Comics mashup line and their unrelated one-on-one hero meetings suggests their efforts will extend to every single official crossover to ever take place between them. This includes aforementioned individual crossover stories like Superman versus the Amazing Spider-Man, Superman and Spider-Man, Batman versus the Incredible Hulk, the Uncanny X-Men and the New Teen Titans, Batman Punisher Lake of Fire, Punisher Batman Deadly Nights, Darkseid and Galactus The Hunger, Spider-Man and Batman Disordered Minds, Green Lantern and Silver Surfer, Unholy Alliances, Silver Surfer and Superman 1997, Batman and Captain America, Daredevil, Batman, Eye for an Eye, Batman and Spider-Man, New Age Dawning, The Incredible Hulk versus Superman, and Batman, Daredevil, King of New York. The Marvel versus DC crossover, wherein readers were invited to vote on the outcome of various intercompany fights, DC versus Marvel and Marvel versus DC. I own these, but they were like way after they'd been printed when I got a hold of them. I was a little like negative years old, I think, when this came out or something. Maybe not, but definitely a little too young to be collecting comics anyway. So you got Superboy getting the pants beaten off of him by Spider-Man here. So he gets zapped by Spider-Man. There's a cool Spider-Man costume, by the way. I hope they bring that back or integrate it into the video games. But anyway, the fan favorite Amalgam Comics imprint, a line of one-shots which saw the publisher's heroes mashed together with their other universe counterparts, and has not been available for over 30 years. That's right, you haven't seen these books in 30 years, at least on the shelves, printed new. Amazon, Assassins, Bat-Thing, Bruce Wayne, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., Bullets and Bracelets, Challengers of the Fantastic, Doctor Strange Fate, Dark Claw Adventures, Generation Hex, Iron Lantern, JLX, JLX Unleashed, Legend of the Dark Claw, Lobo the Duck, Magneto and the Magnet Men featuring Magneto, Speed Demon, Spider-Boy Team Up, Super Soldier, Man of War, Thorion of the New Gods, X-Patrol, and the exciting X-Patrol. These are just kind of neat characters. I don't know why they made Doomsday and Doctor Doom into one character, but I figured like it must have just were like, we're out of ideas, so just stick the Doom guys together. I don't know. Doctor Strange Fate's kind of neat, though. I've never really cared for Spider-Boy and Super Soldier. I always felt that their designs were a little lacking. You know, they didn't quite, I don't know. They needed a little more time in the design room. And then Dark Claw, I think, just kind of encapsulates the 90s in general. He's like Azazel, or Azrael, excuse me, or Azrael over in the Batman stories. He's sharp and pointy, stabby Batman. He just, from every angle, he can stab you. Dark Claw. I don't think they're dumb. I just think the costumes are definitely 90s costumes, that's for sure. Its two resulting miniseries starring the event's original character and in-universe catalyst, Access. And those titles are All Access and Unlimited Access. Yeah, that's neat. And finally, the seminal 2003 JLA Avengers miniseries, which, outside of its initial run of oversized editions and trade paperbacks, has never been widely available to the general public, the operative phrase being widely available, as the hardcover published to raise money for the Hero Initiative charity following artist George Perez's 2002 passing, received a limited printing of just 7,000 copies. That's right. As of this writing, word remains out on whether or not any of these editions will feature a reprint of Marvel Comics Quasar Volume 1, number 17, wherein a race to determine the fastest being in the Marvel 616 is eventually won by an amnesiac multiverse traveler clad in red spandex by the name of Buried Alien, an unofficial tribute by writer Mark Gruenwald and artist Mike Manley to the then relatively recent, self-sacrificing death of Barry Allen in DC's Crisis of Infinite Earths. So let us know down in the comments what you think. Do you think they'll be bringing back this Quasar thing here? It's a little obscure, but if we're talking all the crossovers, this kind of sort of counts, right? Let us know which one of the crossovers you want to see the most, and do you think Marvel and DC are going to try teaming up again and putting out these amalgam comics for real this time? Do you think they're going to redesign the characters, maybe? Let us know down in the comments. By the way, I'm Anime Now. I'm just trying this out. Let us know what you think about Anime Cider, if you like it or if you don't. We'll see you in the next video.